Hey guys, welcome back and happy Tuesday. All right, guys, well, we're back to spill some tea from this new podcast, Two Teas in a Pod. Literally the most unlikely mashup of two people I've ever heard of or seen in my life. But if you guys haven't caught them, it's Tamra Judge and Teddy Mellencamp, who have started their own podcast, and they're getting pretty detailed with some of their stories. Could it come back and bite them? Yes, absolutely. But we have all the details on that and more, and a few of the people that they've already mentioned. Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. With that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
So it looks like Tamra Judge has spilled some pretty interesting tea on the Real Housewives of Orange County newbie, Noella Bergner. And this was on her podcast, Two Teas in a Pod, with Teddy Mellencamp. Now, while chatting with former Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, Tamra actually revealed that Noella shared pictures of her husband James' massive, well, you know, it's the baby maker, and also claims that Noella passed a video of her and her husband having sex. What? Tamra said Noella puts out her phone and shows me a picture of her husband's baby maker. Tamra confessed this, to which Teddy replied, "What?" And she said, "I'm telling you, it was this big." And she obviously used her hands to show the gesture of how big it was. And she continued with, "Instantly, I thought they don't have a good relationship because there is no way in hell I'm showing anyone my husband's wiener." These were Tamra's words. Teddy added, "Well, I thought they probably don't have a good relationship because they live with her mom. If I lived with my husband's mom," Tamra added to that, "Can you imagine living with your mom and having a sex dungeon?" Oh, okay. Well, Tamra also revealed, well, if that wasn't bad enough, she proceeds to show us a video, and now she's passing the phone around the table of her husband doing her from behind. I think she's really just sex free. All right, then on Instagram, podcaster Jeff Epstein claimed she also showed me the pic. Noella, what are you doing, girl? Why are you passing around a photo of your husband's baby maker? And why are you also passing around a video of him? What? Okay, Noella then fired back at Tamra's comments on Instagram, writing, "It's Jeff Epstein, but would you do a podcast about it? Ick. Tamra shared some things with me too, but I don't step on friends to rise. It's surreal to see the behind my back, mean girl, gross from the front. I'm never going to change, just be more careful who I consider a friend." Naturally, Tamra wasn't having any of it. She told Noella they weren't friends and that she's not sorry for revealing the tea. She said, "Sorry, you showed me and a bunch of strangers at a dinner table, and from what I hear, you do it often. Not judging, didn't know it was a secret. Why are you offended? By the way, I'm not your friend. I met you once." Woo. Okay, well, we also know that Tamra and Teddy were pretty reckless on their podcast, and they had some things to say about Dana Wilkie. Now, Teddy said, there's this person who I don't want to name, and she's been doing these Hulu documentaries. And then all of a sudden, Tamra interjects and says, "Oh, Dana Wilkie." And she's like, "There's nothing worse than a one-hit wonder on Housewives, especially when you're not on the show. Shut the f up and sit down." Guys, Dana Wilkie, of all people, she's not the one to mess with. Now, Dana secured her spot on both Hulu documentaries, if you guys aren't familiar, for two very different reasons. One, for the Girardi documentary, The Housewife and the Hustler, Dana was the very first person to ever spill the tea and reveal that the Girardis were getting a divorce before Erica even filed for divorce. So how the hell does that happen? Obviously, she knew something that we didn't because she revealed it first. And then, of course, that landed her on the show, well, the documentary. And when it did, a lot of people were speculating, why is Dana Wilkie on here? But I never once asked that because I remember from day one when she said the Girardis were getting a divorce, and I was like, I don't know if that's true. But lo and behold, look at where we are today. Now, for the Housewife and the Shaw Shocker, Dana decided to take it upon herself to go on, after hearing all this information about Jen Shaw, look into her and find her LinkedIn. where she found out that she was associated in some capacity, allegedly, with Trump University and a few other businesses, telemarketing businesses. She had quite the background. And of course, Dana Wilkie went on and exposed it because she's in the business of gossip. My whole point here is if you have something to hide, Dana Wilkie will find it. So if you're going to put her name out there, bet your ass if you're sitting on something, if there are some skeletons in that closet, they will come out. Now, we know that Teddi Mellencamp is not a big fan of Dana Wilkie because at the time that Dorit's home invasion happened, she solely passed the blame on Dana Wilkie, saying had she not have put out their information and where they lived, that this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Dana quickly defended herself, letting Teddi and everyone know, because Teddi did say this on a major platform and it did land itself on page 6. But Dana went and shared with everyone, wait a minute, their address is public information. This house is for sale. I by no means am the reason that this home invasion happened. And I think it's disgusting that you would even pass the blame on me for these 3 burglars who decided to ransack Dorit's home, hold her at gunpoint, and threaten to kill her. She's like, that's not my fault. And then, of course, there were a lot of fans who were speculating that it could have been Teddi Mellencamp's husband, Edwin, his security company, but we still don't know whether or not it was. What we do know is it was allegedly Teddi's husband's security company who did the security cameras and the whole surveillance for Kyle Richards' home before her house was also robbed, taking a lot of heirlooms from, her mother and her life, just things that were really special to her. Whether you look at it as a pair of diamonds and some jewelry or a handbag, for her, they had sentimental value, and now she will never get a lot of those items back. So once this happened with Teddi, everyone wanted to know, hold on, are there some similarities? If there are, let's connect the dots. Not a good look. And of course, it is a little bit questionable. Guys, I want to know what you think, especially about Tamra and Teddi talking about Noella on the podcast. Obviously, one thing that I respect about Noella is that she did not deny any of this. She just said, I don't know why you're talking about this, and I thought you were a friend. I wouldn't step on my friends to rise up. However, now, Noella, welcome to the Real Housewives of any franchise. Once you're in the game, and it's fair game. They're going to say whatever they want about you. They're not going to hold back. And I think this is a perfect example of just that. Guys, go ahead and comment below. What are your thoughts? I don't want to just give you all this information and not ask your opinions. And also, don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. And don't forget to hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Also, guys, tonight we are going live for not hot, messy topics, but we changed it. We did like a revamp called Daily Hot Takes, and we're taking it to Jason's channel, Down with Jason. So that'll be at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. And then shortly after, Jason will be going live for his annual, and I don't know if annual means weekly, but his weekly, I think annual means yearly. I don't know. I need more coffee. His weekly anchor watch at 11 p.m. tonight with his comedian friend, C. Josh Go, and also 2 special guests, Jolene Lunzer and Busy Blue. So if you're around, join me in the live chat. I'll post it in my community tab, and I hope to see you guys there. Happy Tuesday. I can't wait to see the rest of you. Sending you all the love, and I'll talk to you so very soon. Bye, guys.